K-Army. BTS V's achievements in Japan give us a lot to explore, not only as evidence of his individual influence, but also how Korean pop culture continues to grow on the global stage. Why has V been able to dominate various platforms in Japan for years? Is it simply because of his extraordinary talent? Or are there other factors such as cultural influences and social interactions that support it? One interesting thing is how V's popularity transcends the boundaries of the music industry. His wins on various actor platforms show that V is not only appreciated as a K-pop idol, but also as a figure with universal appeal. This begs the question: are we witnessing the emergence of a new trend where K-pop idols become multi-talented and accepted in various entertainment sectors? If so, what impact will this have on artist regeneration in South Korea? On the other hand, V's influence that can even make a barista who looks like him famous shows how big a role social media plays in shaping public perception. Does this phenomenon reflect society's need for the cultural icons they idolize? Or does it further show how one's image can affect the businesses and lives of others? Speaking of JHope, the announcement of the Hope on the Street tour has raised many expectations. With a theme that emphasizes positive and inspiring messages, is JHope trying to create a new model for global concerts where local cultural interaction is one of the main elements? Collaborating with local artists in each city visited opens up opportunities for further exploration of how art can be a medium for cultural diplomacy. However, the big challenge that must be faced is maintaining the originality of the message without losing its global appeal. Will this approach succeed in creating a deep connection with armies around the world? Also, how will JHope manage the high expectations from fans for his performances, especially in performing iconic songs like Mic Drop? From these two news, we can see how BTS, through individuals like V and JHope, continue to influence global pop culture. Their popularity reflects not only their own talents, but also how they adapt to the dynamics of social and cultural changes. Ultimately, this leads us to ask, is BTS's dominance in the international scene just the beginning of a new era in a more integrated global culture? How can the next generation of idols surpass the high standards they have set? Furthermore, V's achievement in the actor category on platforms like Bihan proves that his talent is not only to entertain, but also to create emotional connections with fans. His success raises the question: could his popularity in the acting world be the first step to explore a more serious acting career in the future? Given the many K-pop idols who have turned into actors, is this also part of a personal strategy or just a natural impact of global popularity? What is interesting about V's success is how he has become a symbol for the younger generation in Japan. As a fashion icon, he not only influences trends but also represents the changing aesthetic values in the modern era. His unique style and appearance provide room for exploration into how fashion can become a cross-country cultural medium. This brings us to the question: to what extent can V use his influence to strengthen cultural relations between Korea and Japan? In addition, phenomena such as cafes with baristas who look like V show the power of fandom in building unique narratives beyond the artist himself. This reflects the dynamics between idols, fans, and the general public. In a broader context, this can also be an interesting study of how the image of a particular individual can impact the creative economy at the local level. On the other hand, JHope's announcement of the Hope on the Street tour reflects the evolution of what K-pop concerts can offer. The theme of the concert provides a new approach that is more personal and connected to local culture, something that is rarely found in global tours. This creates hope that JHope will open a space for deep cultural dialogue, not only between himself and fans, but also between various local communities. The presence of collaborations with local artists in this tour is also an indication that K-pop is no longer only centered on Korean culture, but is increasingly inclusive and adaptive. The question is, will this approach become a new trend in other K-pop idol global tours? If successful, this could be a momentum to expand the definition of what is called cultural globalization. In the context of JHope as an individual, this concert is also an opportunity to show his uniqueness and artistic identity outside of BTS. By bringing an inspiring message through music, JHope shows that he is not only an idol, but also an artist who wants to leave a bigger mark. This provides space for further exploration of how he uses this opportunity to strengthen his individual image. However, with the high expectations from ARMY around the world, the biggest challenge that must be faced is how to create an experience that is not only entertaining but also memorable for fans. Can the positive message that he wants to convey through this tour be received in an authentic way without losing its entertainment appeal? Through the Hope on the Street concert, JHope also has the opportunity to show a deeper side of himself. This provides space for fans to better understand the meaning behind his works. With this, an interesting question arises. To what extent can JHope balance between entertaining fans and providing a more reflective and inspiring narrative? In addition, JHope's appearance at the Le Gala des Pièces Jaunes charity event showed another side of him, graceful and full of empathy. Moments like this provide a more complete picture of an artist who cares not only about music but also the social impact of his work. Will this be the first step for JHope to be more involved in social activities on a global level? Through all of this, both V and JHope show that BTS is not just about music, but also a broader cultural influence. They represent how artists can act as bridges between cultures in an increasingly connected world. The next challenge is how they can continue to maintain their relevance amidst the increasingly fierce competition in the global entertainment industry. Ultimately, V and JHope's dominance in the international scene teaches us that success is not just about popularity, but also about how they use their position to create a positive impact. This is an inspiration not only for the younger generation, but also for fellow artists. From this extraordinary achievement, we can conclude that pop culture is no longer something separate from social and cultural dynamics. Instead, it has become an integral part of how society builds connections and shares values. This is where the power of BTS lies, who through members like V and JHope, continue to inspire the world in their own ways. The success of V and JHope reflects how K-pop artists are now not only acting as entertainers, but also agents of global cultural change. Their achievements show that popularity is not only driven by talent, but also by their ability to create deep connections with fans through various platforms. This raises the question, will personalization and direct interaction with fans be the formula for success for global artists in the future? This phenomenon also provides a picture of the increasingly complex dynamics of fandom. Fandom is no longer just a group of fans, but a community with economic and cultural power that can influence local and global trends. From V's popularity in Japan to JHope's local collaborations on his global tour, it is clear that fan engagement now plays a much more significant role than before. Does this indicate a transformation of the entertainment industry to become more community-based? What do you think? Does this phenomenon signal a new era in the K-pop industry and global entertainment? Can V and JHope's dominance continue in the future? Let's discuss together. Then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress